DJ Gutierrez.
What's up, bro?
What's up, dude?
You know, just living life.
Welcome to the podcast. Thanks for coming on.
I'm excited, man. After seeing that last episode, I don't know how I can follow up.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was good.
You're going to do good.
Yes.
Donald did great. Josh did great, but you're going to do great.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
I'm ready.
All right, man. Well, let's talk about who is DJ Gutierrez and tell me about Beyond the Keys Realty.
So, I'm the owner of Beyond the Keys Realty, a real estate company here in San Diego. And I started this company about, it's been 3 years now since I started it. And I kind of jumped into real estate. Actually, my wife made me.
Okay.
I was in the Marine Corps for 6 years. So I was stationed here at Miramar, right here in San Diego. And then I got orders to recruiting station in San Francisco. So I was up in the Bay Area for about 3 years.
Okay.
And then we had orders to Japan.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I had orders to Japan, but it's a 3-year minimum.
Yeah.
To go out there because I was married.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to her, and I was like, dude, like after that 3 years, I'll hit 10 years.
Yeah.
Right. So at that point, you kind of force yourself to stay and ride out the 20 years.
Right.
Right. What's 10 more years? I could retire, and every duty station's maybe 3-4 years. So that's only what 2.5 duty stations. So
yeah.
like I thought about it.
Right.
But I was ready to, get out, spread my wings. I always felt like there was something a little bit more than the institution of the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
And I use that word specifically just because I love the people. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The people were great. I met so many good people, still friends to this day.
When you say that word, you mean institution?
Yeah, because it is. Like, you're institutionalized. Like, when I got out, it really took me, like, at least a year to, like, oh, my God, like, I'm back to being normal. Like, dude, in the Marine Corps, every minute was scheduled.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I have, a little bit of weight on me. and that doesn't go well in the Marine Corps. Even that, like, at a point, I had to write down everything I ate, and it was tracked. Like,
wow.
Yeah, it was there. But don't get me wrong, I loved it. I would never change it for the world.
Yeah.
And the discipline, time management, everything that the Marine Corps taught me just kind of, not kind of, it helps me, especially with this business. So, we sat down and was like, so what do we do? And she was like, well, I see you talking with people. I see you helping people. You love to teach. You love to help. She's like, have you ever thought about real estate? And I was like, at this point, I don't even know if $1 Million listing was out and all that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, right?
What year is this?
Oh, man. So this was maybe 2016.
Okay.
2016, 17, 18, right around there.
Yep.
So maybe it's out, but I don't know.
Right.
So, so she was like, well, try real estate. And then so I started looking into it. My uncle was in mortgages at the time. Okay. And so I reached out to him. He was killing it. He referred me to one of his good friends. I still talk to her this day. Martha's helped put some knowledge in me for sure when it comes to, just growing and scaling. Yeah. Because she's been in it for like 16 years. So I was like, I think I could do that. Right. And then what put me over the edge, though, so it's time to get out of the Marine Corps. Right. And when I was in at this time, they send you to a class. It's like a whole week class here in MCRD. And everyone who's transitioning out, they teach you how to transition out to be a civilian. So, like, go talk to the VA to get your insurance. So all these things, right? So it comes to Friday, last day. They say, hey, we're going to learn about the VA loan. So I'm like, and the problem with the military is they brand the VA loan as veterans, like, only. So a lot of people don't really know you can use it while being active duty. I didn't know that. Dude, I got married in 2009. Yeah. If I would have bought a house in San Diego in 2009, bro, come on, So anyway, as we get there, they go like this. It's 3:15. The guy walks in. He says, you want to buy a house? Call 1-800-VA loans. Peace out. That was it. And I was like, no, there's no way. Like, there has to be, like, something more to this, right? So then I probably had, like, 2 months, 3 months left. And in the Marine Corps, you get tuitions assistance. So they pay you to go to school, but it doesn't come out of your GI Bill. Okay. So I was like, well, why not, right? So I took all the real estate classes and then finally, passed the classes, and then I had to take the test. So I got out. We moved down here to San Diego, and then I applied to be an assistant because in the Marine Corps, I was administrative. Okay. So, like, I can be someone's assistant, right? Yeah. Like, I figured that was easy. Yeah. So I connected with this broker down here, mom and pop shop. She's maybe 15, 16-year agent as well. But what I liked is she handles VA loans. Nice. So I was like, well, no one knows me. No one knows, like, besides the Marine Corps, right? So I got to find something that I can gravitate to. So why not help fellow military members? So then I found her. She does like 90% of her business was military. And so I started off as her assistant, and I was like, oh, dude, like I can totally do this. Like totally do it. Just from what I saw, right? Took me 7 times to pass the test.
Dang.
Yeah, man. It was a struggle for me because I'm not a test taker, you know? But like you can take it on Tuesday, and then you had to wait till Thursday, and then you go on Tuesday, and then you go take on Thursday. I did like a crash course in between.
Yeah.
Finally, I remember to like this day, seven times, and when I finally passed, rest is history. Yeah. First year, took me 6 months to do my first deal.
Okay.
But I stayed with it. I ended up closing 18 transactions my first year.
Damn.
Second year, we did 24.
So you went in your first 6 months, nothing, and then in the rest of that time, you went 18.
Yeah, 18.
Damn,
Yeah.
you're an animal.
Well,
it clicked, right?
Not that it clicked. One thing that people don't realize about real estate is whatever you do today is going to happen like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months from now.
Yeah.
You know, it's literally like planting a seed and watering it and growing it. So you just have to stay consistent. I always think of that meme where the guy's digging.
Yeah.
And then the diamond's like right there. Like that's real. Like that is a real thing.
What's the book by Napoleon Hill? 2 feet from gold?
Yeah.
Or 3 feet from gold, something like that?
I haven't read it, but it sounds.
I mean, the concept is what you're saying, right? Like these guys dig all the way through this dirt, and they spend all this money on this equipment, all this time, and then they're like, fuck it, we're never going to get it.
It was right there.
And they give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
And the guy comes in, and he digs, and he hits gold. And it's like they were 3 feet away. And I think it's a true story, or it doesn't matter if it is or isn't, because...
But it's true, because it's relevant to everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah, working out, right? Like, it takes time to get that in. But real estate, what you said, like... Okay, so there's so many agents that I hear from that are scrambling to get a deal, and they need a deal right now. And it's like, you gotta slow down, because what you put in now, just like you said, is you're gonna see the result of that 3, 6, 12 months down the road. But the best thing about real estate that I think, and I'm not an agent, but you are, is the referrals. So when you get a deal, it usually turns into 1 or 2 more deals.
But that's just one aspect to it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm still converting leads. Like I always track everything, because you can't measure what you don't track, right?
Yeah.
So there's times where like I see a lead come in and he's like, oh, I'm ready to buy now. And it was like from when we did business, or from the leads that we generated with you.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, I look back at it, it's like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because we got to understand, it's not when we're ready.
Yeah.
It's when they're ready.
Right.
You know, I heard this a while back, and it always sits with me. It's like, you know, you're gonna buy a TV. You know, you're gonna buy a shoe. You know what you want. You know the exact car you're gonna buy. But as soon as you step on that lot, as soon as you step in the shop, the guy comes up. Oh, can I help you? No.
Yeah.
No, because we don't want to be sold.
Right.
We don't want to be told what to buy. So it's like, no, you can't help me.
Yeah.
But you know, like, I got a question about that Samsung. Is it, you know?
Yeah.
But as soon as I ask him, he's going to be like, oh, you know, I can get you this deal. I can do this.
And that's why you're so good at real estate, because you're a relationship guy. So before the podcast, we were just kind of shooting the shit. And DJ is a relationship guy. And relationship is a currency. Your relationships is a currency.
It is.
So if you are talking to people who are really hesitant, right? Mm-hmm. You're talking to a car salesman. You're talking to a realtor. You're talking to a mortgage broker. You're like, dude, don't fuck me because I don't trust you.
Right.
But when you build that relationship, people start to like you, and they're like, man, I really like this guy. He makes me feel comfortable. Yeah. I don't think this guy's going to screw me over. That's how you get the business. So most real estate agents are like so hardcore about converting a deal right now. And like you said, it's not when we in the business are ready. It's when the consumer is ready. Yep. And sometimes they're ready. They just don't want to show you that because they don't trust you. So,
of course. Yeah. Trust is huge. You have to build trust. When I'm calling leads and I'm talking to them, I say the first thing what we're doing now is building trust. Yeah. Right. And now look at my credibility. Yeah. Let me send you my resume. Let me send you my reviews. Let me send you my online presence, because first we're building trust. Now we're building credibility. And after that, you just got to follow my lead and let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dude, it's so good. Oh. So here's one thing that I know. Okay, so you mentioned something that when you started in real estate, you had somebody that was in mortgages. You had a couple people that you saw. So you had that social proof of, okay, I know this isn't bullshit, but there's a lot of people, and I'm sure somebody watching this is thinking about getting into real estate, really into any business. And I remember when I was going to go get my real estate license when I was like 21, I just thought it was bullshit. I thought maybe I could make $40,000 or $50,000 a year, maybe. Yeah. And if I had stuck with it, like, who knows how much I would have been making there. Found my way, but not in real estate. Right. But The thing is, if somebody's thinking about getting into real estate, how do they get in and be successful? Because the number one thing I see from brokerages, not everyone, especially not yours, but like the big ones, like, well, we're not going to say names, but they'll.
Oh, I'll name drop them.
Okay.
Coldwell Banker,
Yep.
Keller Williams, Brookshire Hathaway.
Yep.
Even the mom and pop shops here.
Yep.
You know, Pacific Sotheby's is another one.
Yeah.
Especially Keller Williams, bro.
Well, that's the one I was going to say. So now it comes down to the individual offices, because some offices are incredible, right? Like
Agreed.
The guy Carlos down in Chula Vista.
He's big block.
But he was Keller Williams, right?
Yeah, well, he's big block. So
okay,
I'm DBA big block.
Yeah,
we gotta stay strong with our big block crew.
Well, but the whole thing is, I've seen so many agents who are so pumped, they're so excited. Yes. And they go sign up with the Keller Williams because they get a better split. Yeah. And then they get no training. They're basically like, hey, go sign up your family and fuck off. Yeah. Right?
And it's all fluff. And the problem is everyone wants to chase the highest split. But 90%, 80%, hell, even 100% of zero is still zero. Yeah. So like, it doesn't matter if you're not getting the repetition, right? If you're not out there actually closing deals, meeting people, knowing what to say in an instant. You know, I can walk right outside right now and just start a conversation because I've mastered my scripts, I've mastered my skill set, so that way I can go out there and produce. Yep. But they don't teach you that. Like you said, they say, hey, sit at this desk, get an Excel, and write down all your family first. Yeah. Bro, it's like, I mean, I don't know. Have you ever been just randomly chilling, hanging out, working? You get that call from your boy back in the day, or your cousin, or your uncle, and it's like, hey, you know, I'm doing this multi-level marketing. I'm doing this. I want to bring you on. You just got to bring 10 of your family. Like, bro, we don't want that. Yep. You know, and everyone, all the big brokers say attack the family, but you know if they're going to buy or not. Yeah. And then if you do it right, if you put yourself out there through social media and you let people know what you do, right? One of the 10 keys to success is self-promotion. Yeah. Right? If you self-promote yourself, your family's going to see that. Yep. And your family, first of all, most family don't even trust you. Yeah. Like, I can count so many family members that bought a house through someone else. Yep. But it's not the fact that they know you do a good job. Yeah. Right? It's just like, they may not want you to see, you know, what they spend their money on, or, you know, a lot of, you know, because one thing we don't teach is money. Yeah. Money's like don't talk about it. Right. Like, hey, Dad, like, how much this cost? Don't worry about it. Or oh, how much you make? Like, now you got to ask, hey, like, if you don't mind me asking, like, how much you make? You know, because it's a secret. Like, but we block that off. If we just allow it to come to us and we talk about money freely, like you and I do, we talk about, like, all the time. Yeah. Because there's no, the universe doesn't care how many zeros. Right. You know, so if you're like, dude, I'm gonna be worth 10 million. Yeah. Then it's so you say it, so it shall be. And that's not bullshit. Like, that's real. That's legit. That's real. Because so what we were talking about earlier is we have 21.7 million written all over the office. And then you got it on your vision board. On the vision board, got it everywhere. Yeah. And the reason why is when Donald came on, I told Donald, one day we're going to sell this company for 21.7 million. And he looked at me like, dude, you're fucking crazy. And I went, I know, but it's going to happen. And if you don't have that kind of delusional mindset, you're not going to get to it. Now, that was 2 years ago. And guess what? We're more than half of the way to that valuation. There it is. We're almost there. Yeah. And we've done the work. So Tony Robbins has a story where he talks about a guru telling somebody to go out and manifest $100. Okay. Right? And manifest is a woo-woo word. You got to put the work in. But anyways, this guy that could be argued, though. Right. I know. But you do have to put the work in, right? Yeah, you put the work in. Yeah. But this guy goes out and he manifests $100. Okay. And this guy basically says, that's great. You could have easily done $1 million. And it's about believing it and then having your subconscious mind find a way to go make it happen. And that shit is real. It is. You know, you coach your subconscious mind that controls 99% of your life. Yeah, everything. Yeah. Yeah. So how you do one thing is how you do everything. Yeah. And just implementing that, like, it has to be part of it. I love it, man. Yeah, you will sell for 21 million easy. Yeah, I'll probably sell for 50 to be honest. Let's go. Like, really. Like, now I'm like, dude, I used to not, you know, I was over at Billy Jean, his marketing's office, which shout out to Billy Jean. I was over at his office and we were talking and he said to me, like, what do you think you're capable of? And it just clicked, like, dude, I'm going to be a billionaire.
And I mean
Facts,
it. And
facts.
it's like people will look at that and think it's delusional. But
Yeah.
Donald 2 years ago thought I was delusional for having a very small portion of that. But it's possible. You just have to figure out the math, and you have to figure out a way to use other people's time to make it happen.
Oh, agreed. And you know what I love about that is you have the vision. And going back to how you said, why most real estate agents don't make it is because big brokerages, they're only going to teach you how to get the next transaction.
Yep.
But when you have a vision, you can fit a business within that.
Yeah.
And if you have a business, you're constantly getting income, and you don't have to chase the next transaction.
Yep.
You know your vision right away. Like my vision, a shameless plug, right?
Yeah.
But if anyone wants to come work over here, the vision for Beyond the Keys Realty is all of my agents will do 30 transactions a year from anywhere around the world.
Yep.
Because my vision is to work 2 days a week and make 7 figures a year.
Yep.
So since my vision is bigger than that, they can easily fit in. We use the saying at our company is the company's only as big as you make it. So if you think you can only make 50 grand a year, then that's all you're gonna make.
Yep.
But if you're like, I'm gonna make 3 million, I'm gonna have an assistant, I'm gonna have a showing agent, dude, I haven't shown a house in 2 years.
Yep.
And we still close 50 transactions a year.
Yeah.
It's like you said, you
Yeah.
bring people on,
Yep.
and you leverage your time, you buy your time back.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I've ever done. Like I was joking with my wife the other day. I was like, I don't think I can ever not have an assistant anymore. Like, I'm not trying to like brag or nothing, but bro, like I don't check my emails.
Yeah.
Like I don't start working technically till after 12. Like,
Yep.
we start time blocking. So like between 8 and 12 is like my prospecting.
Yep.
Crushing the phones, right? And then after 12 is when I start like, oh, hey, I need this done, or hey, can you help me? And we just start training our people to work and have real estate fit into your lifestyle,
Right.
and not fit into real estate.
So here's a question for you. So I know that there's somebody out there watching this that's going, I want to get into real estate,
Right.
and I'm in San Diego. I want to go work for DJ. Now, the biggest thing that I think people worry about is jumping into real estate, which is commission only, which is scary until you realize how much money you can make if you just are consistent and trust the process. But if somebody comes and works for Beyond the Keys Realty, how do they immediately start to have success? And how do they, what are they going to get from you guys opposed to going to Keller Williams, which again, maybe a better split, but 100% of nothing is nothing.
It's still nothing. Yeah. No, great question. So first, it's hard to work for us. And I do that purposely because I only want a small team. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I struggle with, do I want to grow 10 to 20 people? Or do I just want to have 5 people that take over the world?
Yeah.
Right? And so that's a struggle I fight, right? But just to even sit down and have a conversation with me, you have to do a disc test. You have to send me your resume. You have to fill out a questionnaire.
Yep.
You have to send me a video that says like, hey, it's me. I'm introducing myself. This is what I do.
Yep.
If you don't do none of those, I'm not even sitting down with you.
Yep.
I'm not even putting you on my calendar.
Yeah. And let me guess, your assistant filters that out before it gets to you.
1,000%.
Yeah.
She sends me the document and says, okay, this is the questions they asked. Here's the video. What do you think?
Yep.
They're good. Send them the Calendly link.
Yep.
And the time block, it only fits certain hours.
Yep.
So they fit into my schedule. They fit into my time.
Real quick, one thing I love is when you get DJ's voicemail. When you get
you
voicemail.
heard it.
Hey, this is DJ. If this is before 12 o'clock, you cannot reach me. I'm sorry. I'm working on the business to better assist you. Tell everybody how you segment your time, because I know you have kind of like the Ryan Serhant, the builder time,
right?
Fixer time, doer time, or whatever, where he's got his day broken up into 3 parts.
I heard I heard that's a good program.
Yeah,
I haven't. I don't know exactly how it is, but in the coaching program that I'm in, we've learned time blocking as well.
Okay.
And you're most productive in the morning, right? So what we do is, and this is one of the things that we teach our agents, right? Is one, to build a business, right? So that way they're not chasing a transaction,
right?
And 2, to build it around you, right? Most people have wives, most people have kids, most people have partners. Not everyone's just 21-year-old single and can work 24/7, right?
Yep.
You got a life. So the best way to do that is to time block. If it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist,
right?
And keep it just that simple. So we start off with the basics, right? Date night. Friday, starting at 5 p.m., you can't get on my calendar because it's date night, 5 to midnight, right? That's time blocked.
Yep.
Wednesday, 5 to midnight, time blocked.
Yep.
Right? You can't get on my calendar. And then, now I'm in a position where I can block out Sundays. Before, as a new agent, you should be doing an open house every weekend, right?
Yep.
One open house a week. You should be door knocking the neighborhoods, right? You doing all that. But for the most part, we prospect in the mornings. And then, like, let's just say you're not getting consistent results. If you're consistently calling, you know when the results are.
Right.
So if you prospect Monday through Friday, let's just say 7 a.m. to noon, and that's all you do is just prospect,
Yep.
you're going to start saying, okay, Tuesdays people answer. Thursdays people answer. Fridays, not so much. So maybe before date night, I'll block off my calendar and say from 3 to 5, I'll prospect. And that 3 to 5 window of appointments, I'll do my appointments in the beginning of the day.
Okay.
So you work the calendar. So just a scale, right? First half of the day, all generating income
Right.
generating.
Yep.
Whether you're prospecting on the phones, whether you're on social media, Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, liking, commenting, reaching out to people. That's all a form of prospecting that people don't realize. Like, just, hey, oh, dude, how was that? Quick little comment. That's prospecting.
Yep.
If you think about it, because we're all nosy.
Yeah.
Everyone click, oh, who's that? Oh,
Yep.
what you do? You know? And then next thing you know, you got a DM. Hey, I'm thinking about buying. I'm thinking about selling.
Yep.
My first deal was through Instagram.
Yeah.
So first half of the day, all prospecting. That's why don't call me.
Yeah.
My mom, she knows not to call.
Yeah.
My wife, she definitely knows not to call. Nobody can get a hold of me before 12.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care if the deal's on fire. It can wait till after lunch.
Yep.
So that's non-forgivable. So that's the first half of the day. And then the second half of the day is all business servicing. So the way my schedule is laid out is 7 to 11 is prospect. 11 to 12 is my assistant meeting, right?
Okay.
And then I leave that window in case agents have questions, want to reach out. Let's knock all that stuff out in the beginning of the day. 12 to 1 is lunch. Like, you have to have your lunch. You have to reset, whether you take a walk, go get something to eat, whatever it is. But only 12 to 1, not a 2-hour lunch date with your best friend, like 12 to 1.
Yep.
And then 1 to 2 is servicing the business, right? Figuring out who do I need to follow up with? What do I need to post on social media? Let me meet with my content creator. Let me confirm, hey, did the appointments for the second half of the day fit? Oh no, this one canceled. Perfect. Now let me plug in maybe some more prospecting or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then so to get on my calendar to meet with me, you can only meet me between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. during the week. So I'll send you a link. Hey, I want to meet with you. I'm thinking about selling my house. Perfect. Here's the link. Whatever time is best for you.
Yep.
Just put it in there because I already have it filled. It already works for me.
Yeah. Right.
So now you're looking at it. It's like, oh, Wednesday at 6. I can't do that. Friday at 3. Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Plug it in.
And you're more
do it.
selective too. So they see that and they're like, man, this guy's in demand because you are.
And perception is reality.
Yeah.
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 But we are busy. We are busy.
No, you're the first realtor I thought of getting on the podcast. So.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you, bro.
Yes,
I appreciate
dude.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means a lot, man.
Yeah. No, really. Like, cause dude, you have it down. And my favorite thing about your business is I remember when we were doing some lead generation together, you came to my office when we were in the little space upstairs. Now we're in a big space. Bowling.
Yeah.
No, but
congrats though, by the way.
Thank you. But no, we sat down and you pulled out an Excel sheet and you had every data piece for every lead on like how many times they've been called, how many times you're calling, what times you're I mean, I just saw the organization you had and I was like, this guy's on a different level because you have it dialed in to like, and the Marine Corps I think helped you a lot with that because you know each little slot, but time is everything and mental focus and strength is everything. So like you could have all the time in the world, but if you're burned out, it doesn't matter.
Oh, and I've gone through my burnouts.
Yeah.
Like tremendously. Like, so my first 3 years in the I didn't hire my first buyer's agent until my 4th year in the business. So I'm on year 6. So just to paint the picture, 1 through 3 was all me. Like I'm talking, okay, 7 a.m. I'm putting out all the signs for the open house. I'm taping a post that says open house from 1 to 4. Do not disturb the owners. Yeah. And then I'm going out and I'm showing houses from 9, 10, 11. I'm grabbing some lunch right on the way to the open house. And then boom, I open the door 1 to 4. Yep. Pick up all the signs, jump in the car. And especially in the summer, 5, 6, 7 p.m. you can still show houses because it's still light out. Yeah. And that was Saturday. Yep. And then here we go Sunday. I always put my Temecula showings in Sunday because of no traffic and all that. Yep. So then I was like, all right, I'm showing houses on Sunday, driving up to Temecula, and that was my day. Yeah, that was my like week's schedule. It was all just how many people can I get in my database?
Right.
How many people can I just touch? Right? Because now it kind of, you don't see this in the beginning, but now hindsight, looking at it, it's like your database is king. You know, like people say, like reach out to your family members and all those people, but no, reach out to your database.
Yep.
Because if you can get 7% from your database, think about it, you're done. You get 100 people in your database times 7%.
Yep.
You guaranteed that number of transactions that year.
Yes.
And then you get 500 people, right? Now 7% of that, dude, you can do 50 deals a year from your database without even looking up.
Yeah.
Because you already have the relationship.
Right.
You're already in the trenches with them.
Yep.
You already built that rapport.
Yep.
You know, so now it's just your database is just constantly feeding you. You know, we do last year we did 20 transactions from our database alone.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not counting repeat. That's just like, hey, my friend's interested. Hey, this person's interested. You know, reach out. And of course, and you know, we have our systems dialed down. You know, like you said, we track everything. Yep. You know, we have a CRM that tracks all that. My first year, when that spreadsheet you're talking about, I always reference it because that first year I dialed 15,000 times.
Yeah, you're an animal, bro.
15,000, bro.
And people don't understand that it's not really that hard to do that. It's just consistency and planning.
That's all. But dude, that was before I discovered Mojo.
Yeah. Oh, so you're doing single calls on your
Yes, bro.
Boop, boop, boop,
yes.
boop. Yeah.
Now I'm calling 100 people in an hour.
Which, guys, Mojo is a dialer that dials 3 lines at a time.
Up to 3. So you can do 1, 2, or 3.
Yep.
Yeah. At once. So you can call 100 people in an hour.
Yeah.
Easily. So now you want to talk about time block?
Yeah.
If you just said I'm gonna call 2 hours a day, you plug it in, you call.
Yep.
Take a 10-minute break, call for another 2 hours. You just prospected for 2 hours.
Yep.
And that's gonna build up down the road.
And the biggest thing with sales, any kind of sales, whether you're gonna go sell cars, real estate, you're gonna go sell like what we do, which is software and marketing. It doesn't matter how good of a salesperson you are. All you have to do is find your numbers. So if I'm a really terrible salesperson, I'm not great at communicating, you know, but I'm consistent, I will outperform somebody who doesn't have the work ethic and the systems dialed in because it's a numbers game. So if I'm a terrible sales rep, I know I need to talk to 200 people to get one deal.
Easily.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you just, 200 people gets me to 100 conversations. 100 conversations gets me to 40 meetings. 40 meetings, you know, and you just keep dialing it down.
Yeah. And now that's how you business plan the year.
Yeah.
Because if you track all that throughout the year, and then now you see, and then now you know where to invest your time, your energy, and your money, right? Because what I tell you, hey, if we're gonna commit, it's a 6-month minimum, right? Like don't commit me to a year, but at least 6 months because you can track 6 months, you know, and you can see all that. So if you have all that dialed in, like you said, okay, I gotta call 100 people, have that 10 conversations, that equals 1 appointment. That equals 1 transaction. Now you're like, okay, now I can scale this. Now what's my next leg to my table of leads, right? So that's 1 leg, right? And then open houses brings me 4 deals a year. I need to scale that up, right? And then you just start plugging and playing. And then now you have a table that I'm trying to convince you to drill a hole in.
Yeah,
that, that stands, you know, and it has leads, you know?
Yeah, that's really good.
That's how it is.
So let's talk about your new Range Rover. I want to talk about some tax benefits. Dude, you got to see. This guy just bought a brand new.
My wife. It's my wife's.
It's his wife's. But it's a black on black Range Rover. Yep. And
red interior.
Yeah, it's sick. It is really cool. So tell people how you can get a vehicle like that, $100,000 car, and write it off in the business expense if it's used, you know, and let's follow the tax guidelines. And we're
so let's start off with that. I'm not a CPA.
Neither am I.
And I don't give tax advice, right? But I follow business owners, right? And that's one major thing that sets us apart from other brokerages is we teach you how to be a business, right? Every other agent, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a real estate agent. Yeah. Ask any one of my agents, I own a real estate company. Yep. I own a real estate brand.
And it's not bullshit. They actually do.
No, you have to incorporate. Yep. Incorporate is a minimum at our company. If you don't incorporate within your first month at our company, strike 1. Yeah. Because the benefits that come with being incorporated, right? Yep. Like, for example, the CEOs of major companies, we all look at them and like, man, how are you traveling to this place? How are you flying, you know, in first class all the time, right? Yep. I'm going to say, how are you flying private? Because I'm trying to fly, I'm trying to fly private like you, right? How do you get to do all that? And it's because they have certain tax advantages and breaks for corporations. And especially if you run your business as a corporation, now because naturally in real estate you get 1099.
Yep.
So if you have that corporation set up,
yep.
you can structure it in certain ways. For example, what does a company have? It has internet, it has cable, it has supplies, printer, water, all those things. What do normal people do? They just pay everything through their debit card.
Yeah.
Why not go out and, because you have a corporation, you get a corporate credit card, right? Chase is a huge one. If you spend a minimum of $4,000, you get $100,000 reward points. Who do you know that spends $4,000 a month?
And what do you get with 100,000 reward points?
Oh, I'll tell you.
Like first class.
I flew to Greece. I went to Athens, Santorini, and Mykonos.
Yep.
All from those points.
Yeah.
First class.
Yeah.
Because the points pay for 2 people.
That's international.
For 2 people, international, because of the points. And I was spending the money I was naturally going to spend.
Yeah.
Right? So this is huge. Like, no one teaches this, especially as a broker, right? Because 90% of them don't do it themselves, right? And that's just facts.
Right.
So that's what huge sets us apart. So if you have your incorporation, right, one of those things, if you look at the tax guideline, it says any vehicle 6,000 pounds or heavier can be 100% written off if you purchase it.
Yep.
So let's just what, Range Rover, what, 80 grand, let's just call it.
Yep.
For easy math. You made 100K that year. You write off 80,000 of it.
Yep.
You're paying taxes on 20 grand.
Yep.
What's 15% of 20 grand? $1,500, right? Or whatever the number is. I'm not a math genius, but whatever that adds up to be, instead of paying taxes 15% of 100,000.
Yeah.
So that's how you're able to do it, and you can run it through your company. And then to tie it all in together, as a CEO, my company gives me certain things. My company gives me a vehicle to show properties and to meet clients, right? My company gives us internet. My company gives us XYZ, and we naturally pay that through a business credit card because you're going to have to pay that money anyways.
Yep.
So now I'm building points. Now I'm building a business credit, and I'm getting tax write-offs.
Yep.
Right? Now, if you're going to buy a house, you got to play with it, right? Maybe I won't take the tax write-offs this year because I'm going to need it to show proof of income. Yeah. But then after that, you just start expensing things. Start expensing it. And that's like huge, man. Like anyone in any business, if you're getting 1099, incorporate. Like S corp, I pay myself a salary, right? This is another thing we teach our agents. If you build 6 months reserves, you don't have to work for a next transaction. I always tell people like this: why do you join real estate? This is what they always say. I joined real estate to have the financial freedom and to make my own schedule. But yet you're working every day. You're working 23 hours. A client calls you at 3 a.m., you're going to answer. A client calls you at 11, you're going to answer. That's not what you signed up for, right? But if you create the system and you use it properly, you create all of that freedom. You create all of your time, and it just all comes back to you through the natural way of a business owner,
right? Not a
everyday agent,
right,
running for the next transaction.
Yeah, and I think you're going to save. So let's just say an agent says, hey, I want to sign up with DJ. When they come on with you, they're not only going to make more in their first year, even with a lower split than maybe KW, but these guys are going to get what every agent out there needs, which is how to run like a business, not like the agent that gets the commission check, goes and cashes it, spends all of it, doesn't save for taxes, doesn't find a tax break, doesn't have a way to incorporate, doesn't get all the perks and benefits of having a corporation. And DJ, I got to give you props, man, because what you're doing and what you guys with, the whole umbrella at Big Block, but what you're doing especially, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Next level, man.
Yeah, no, and I think that's why agents don't join, because like I go, hey, this is how you're going to get paid. So I break it down into 5 categories. As soon as you get a paycheck, if it's $10,000, whatever it is, let's call it 10 grand.
Yep.
First, you got to pay yourself.
Yep.
Right? So let's come up with a salary, because what happened during COVID, everyone who tried to apply for like the COVID relief, you're not on salary.
Yeah.
So how do we know how much you're going to make?
Right.
Right? How do you now, while you're getting expenses on your business side, you're also receiving that tax benefit because you're getting a W-2 from the company.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we break it down into 5 categories. So 70% stays in the business because you want to build that 6 months reserves. We want you to do 3 things here at Beyond the Keys Realty. Number 1, be debt-free. Number 2, have 6 months reserves. And number 3, create the lifestyle that you want. And you can do that by living debt-free. you can do that by paying yourself, right? Like you said, everyone gets that paycheck is gone.
Right.
You know, my first real estate paycheck, I used to drive a truck,
Yeah.
like a 2004 Silverado.
Yep.
My first real estate paycheck went into a little Jetta, right? So I understand the concept of spending what you have.
Yep.
But then what if you go 2-3 months without a transaction?
Yeah.
Now you're like, I can't do this. I quit, right? But if you are already debt free, you already have 6 months reserves, now you can go 1 month, 2 months, 3 months without doing a transaction, right? And what's stopping you from saying, hey, wife, kids, partner, I'm going to work from January till October. I'm going to take off November, December. That's 2 months.
Yep.
I have my 6 months reserve account. I live off that. You know, we tell our agents, however much you want to make, minus how much you can comfortably live off of.
Right.
And throw in a couple grand just to be safe.
Yeah.
And then whatever you have left over, invest it.
Yep.
Right? So the first one, and this is how it lays down. 70% stays with the business, so you can build that 6 months reserve. The second account is 15% taxes, right off the top. So as soon as a check hits my account, 15% goes to taxes, 70% stays in the business, and then I have an investment account, right? I think it's like, 10% stays with the investment account.
Nice.
And then if I had debt or whatever it is, then that's the next money pile I'm putting in there. And then so that way you're not spending all your money to pay off your debt, you're building it up.
Yep.
While at the same time, you're building your business. At the same time, when Kevin hits you up and says, hey, you know, you want to invest in some leads, now you have 6 months to put into those leads and to test it.
Yeah.
Because the money is there because you're paying yourself.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
that's what we teach them is
Yeah.
where to put your money, how to become financially stable, and let alone become financially free, and then how to invest that. Because what do most real estate agents not own? Real estate.
Yeah.
So why not invest the money you got? You go on the listing appointment, you show the house, buy it. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I think that one turned off.
Yep, it did. Well, dude, DJ, where can people find you?
So you can find me on Instagram at Real Estate by DJ. That's my personal account. And
Okay.
then my business account is at Beyond the Keys Realty. And we branded everything the same. So beyondthekeysrealty.com, Beyond the Keys Realty on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Just check us out on there. And then on my personal side, everything's the same. Real Estate by DJ, Instagram, Gmail, everything. So
Cool.
That's where I'm at.
Bro, thank you for coming in, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. It was fun.
Pleasure, bro. Always a pleasure.
Cool.